Can you take down an entire company just by reading the contract carefully? My apartment complex had a pet policy. $500 deposit plus $50 per month pet rent for dogs and cats. All other pets prohibited. I desperately wanted a pet but couldn't afford an extra $50 monthly. While reading the lease for the 10th time, looking for wiggle room, I noticed the specific wording, dogs and cats. Not pets, just dogs and cats. I bought a rabbit. When the office manager, Linda, saw me carrying Luna's cage up the stairs, she rushed out. Excuse me? No pets without paying the deposit. This only applies to dogs and cats, I said, showing her the lease. Luna is a rabbit. She's not mentioned anywhere in the pet policy. She stared at the document, then at me, then at Luna. But it's still a pet. According to this lease, pets are defined as dogs and cats. Section 14.2. Rabbits aren't listed. She called the property manager, then the regional manager, then corporate. Nobody could argue with the literal wording of their own lease. Word spread through the building like wildfire. Within a month, we had 3 rabbits, 2 guinea pigs, 5 ferrets, a chinchilla, several hedgehogs, a very well-behaved iguana named Oliver. The leasing office was in chaos. They tried to enforce the spirit of the rule, but legally couldn't. They'd written dogs and cats in a legally binding document. Everything else was technically allowed. My neighbor Emily took it furthest. She got a pig, a small one, but still a pig, named him Waffles, ironically. Absolutely not, Linda screamed when she saw Waffles on his leash. Show me where pigs are prohibited, Emily said calmly. They couldn't, because pigs weren't dogs or cats. The breaking point came when Jason from 4B brought home a peacock. Yes, a peacock. It lived on his balcony and screamed at dawn. This is insane, Linda wailed during an emergency meeting. You all know what the rule meant. We're following the rule exactly as written, I pointed out. You charge for dogs and cats. We don't have dogs or cats. Corporate finally sent lawyers. They were impressed and horrified. How did nobody catch this? One muttered, reading through their standard lease. The complex tried to evict the peacock guy for noise violations. But Jason had documented that the peacock was quieter than the neighbor's dogs that barked all night. They were stuck. For 8 glorious months, our building was basically a petting zoo. The maintenance guys loved it, said Waffles was better behaved than most human tenants. Even Linda warmed up to Luna. Then came lease renewal season. New leases specified any animal companion regardless of species requires deposit and pet rent. This includes, but is not limited to, mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, and any other living creature except service animals. They also added what became known as the peacock clause. No livestock or traditionally farm-associated animals regardless of size. But here's the beautiful part, they couldn't change our current leases. We were grandfathered in until renewal. That gave us 4 more months of loophole paradise. Some people moved rather than give up their pets. Emily found a farm for Waffles. She still visits. Jason's peacock went to a sanctuary. But several of us negotiated keeping our smaller pets by agreeing to pay a reduced exotic pet rate of $25 a month. I still have Luna. She's officially registered now, but for one beautiful year, she lived rent-free because someone in corporate couldn't be bothered to write all pets instead of dogs and cats. The leasing office has my photo on their wall now, not as tenant of the month as a warning. New employees are told the rabbit loophole story during training. Last week, a new tenant tried to argue their snake wasn't covered under the new policy because it says animal companion, and snakes aren't companions, they're roommates. Linda just pointed to my photo and said, "Don't even try it. Sometimes the best loopholes are hiding in plain sight. You just need a rabbit to find them."